What's up, y'all? I've been getting a lot of people asking how to reliably and consistently Wally over the secret room, and so this video is going to be about that. And to get started, we're going to start super simple. To make sure you guys know what a Wallride is, that's when you jump towards a wall, hold grind, and it does a Wallride. And so when you ollie from the wall, that's called a Wallie. To get more air from a Wallie, you want to Wallie as soon as you touch the wall, on the way up from your Wallride. So make sure your trajectory is pointing up. So the longer you're on the wall, if you Wallie at the end of it, you're going to get much less air. So here's it at the end, and then here's it at the beginning. As you can see, I like to hold spin as a good unit of measurement for how high I'm getting. So if you hold L1, see I get a 540 Wallie there. That's pretty ideal for flat ground situation. Keep holding L1. Wallie late, I barely get a 360. So that puts it in perspective. Wallie sooner equals more air. So to go down here, if you're going to Wallie from an incline like this, it's going to point your trajectory even more upwards. You're going to get even more air. So make sure you're actually trying to Wallie from the ramp. I mean, kind of goes without saying, but if you try to Wallie from down here, you're going to have a bad time. So here we go. So the first thing you need to know is that the top of the secret room is not skatable, so you'll just float right across the top if you happen to land on top of it. So you just have to aim to clear that first rail at the top, that front ledge. And once you clear that, you're good to go. So some other tips I can give you: if you fill your special meter, you're going to have increased stats across the board. So things like manual, grind balance, air, ollie, hang time, these are all super important when trying to get air and do the best you possibly can do. And don't feel bad, because in the demo, we all have Tony Hawk's default stats, which is not really ideal for doing stuff like this, but we're making do with what we got. You can assume it's probably going to be much easier in the final version of the game when we can build up our skaters with max stats. So here we go. Yeah, that was it. Barely made it. Another tip I can give is that when you initiate a grind, you're going to get a speed boost. But ideally, you want to spend as much time in the air as possible when you're in a combo, because when you're on the ground, when you're in a manual, when you're doing a grind, friction gets added to your skaters. So you're going to be going much slower the longer you stay in a grind. So ideally, you just want to do short grinds, short manuals for as little time as possible. So that way, when you get to the wall, you have plenty of speed to get over it. Another thing that really helped me is I had to bust out the measuring tape. The DualShock 2 and the DualShock 3, this is a DualShock 3. The face buttons are an 1/8 inch further apart from each other than they are on the DualShock 4 and Xbox One controllers. So as you can see, I use the same thumb, like the base of my thumb for X and the tip of my thumb for triangle, so I can easily go back and forth and do things like shuffles or Wallies like very easily. So when I was trying to use a DS4, I kept hitting square and circle by accident, and then I found out that when I measured it, face buttons were closer together. So I can recommend a PS2 or a PS3 controller if you're having trouble on that end. So that's it. My tips are to Wallie on your way up from the Wallride as soon as you can. Spend the least amount of time in a Wallride as possible. Get a PS2 or PS3 controller if that helps. Make sure you have that special meter. Spend as little time on a rail and in a manual as possible. Keep your speed up. And that's it. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. We stream on Twitch at least a few times a week. We've been playing this game a lot. It's been a riot. I'm looking forward to the release. Hope to see you guys soon. Later.